Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, these are not Star Wars creatures. But we do have so many different creatures and critters and things lurking around the Star Wars universe. Awesome ones, recognizable ones, very awkward and weird ones, but we're just not going to talk about those. They have been expressed in multiple different ways across the fandom and different franchises with different types of merchandise, products, and different types of avenues out there. One of the awesome types, in my opinion, the most favorited, is going to be the way that Lego has released these different creatures from the Star Wars universe. But it feels like we are lacking so many of these extraordinary entities from this trademark when it comes to Lego Star Wars, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about that today. Hey Legoholics, I'm General Rex1. Welcome back to another video. Today, let's go ahead and talk about some creatures that Lego really needs to give some attention to when it comes to their Lego Star Wars sets. Start off with the first creature in no specific order whatsoever. This is probably going to be one of the more iconic Star Wars creatures that Lego has never given us in a set, but they have made in their video games. Not only their classic games, but even their newest one for Star Wars, like Skywalker Saga. That is going to be the Bantha. The Bantha is an iconic creature because of, well, Boba Fett, of course.
Like a bantha. Yes.
But more importantly, they are the creature of the Tusken Raiders. This creature is found in the complete saga, in the original trilogy, or I guess Lego Star Wars 2 original trilogy, then the complete saga. They are also in the Skywalker Saga. I don't remember if they can be seen in Lego Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars. There is that one bonus mission where you're Dooku and Magna Guard, and you're trying to fight Anakin and Ahsoka to get Rada or something like that on Tatooine. I don't remember if a Bantha's in the background of that or not. The Bantha absolutely deserves to get some love from Lego, and why we don't have the Bantha at all in Lego form yet is absolutely mind-boggling to me. And honestly, there's no excuse for that. I mean, we have the Dewback, but not the Bantha. What's going on with that, Lego? Pretty silly. Another creature. Do you mind? Another creature that is also from Tatooine is one that we have also seen in Lego form through the video games. That is going to be the Womp Rat. Lego has not given us an official Womp Rat minifigure, tiny fig, or anything like that at all with any of their sets, and it's just very surprising with how much they were kind of referenced and just talked about and just used in the background for different types of Star Wars projects. Another, I guess, honorable mention when it comes to the Womp Rat is going to have to be the bigger ones from Ryloth that we saw in the Clone Wars series as well. You know, we just haven't seen any of the Womp Rats, any of the different variants in Lego form, but we got them in their video games. Another interesting one right there. Now, what about some creatures that we have not seen in the video games and we haven't seen in sets, but they're just really awesome creatures that I'm just very shocked that we have not gotten in Lego form yet. Let's go get started off with this one, and that is the Gundark. The Gundark would be a very interesting big fig kind of creature to make for Star Wars. It has, I believe, pretty sure the Gundark has 4 arms. It's like 2 bigger arms, 2 smaller arms, and it has its 2 legs. Either way, it's a very interesting creature. We saw them when Anakin and Obi-Wan were trying to chase Dooku, and Dooku ends up meeting Hondo Ohnaka, and then leads to the Dooku captured stuff and everything like that back in season 1 of the Clone Wars, which is a long time ago. We saw them even all the way into season 6 of the Clone Wars, where Mace Windu and Jar Jar were sent to a planet to go meet Jar Jar's girlfriend, the queen of the planet, and Mother Talzin had some of her followers, and one of those followers was a Gundark Beastmaster, and he trained Gundarks with commands and how to fight and all that kind of stuff too, which is pretty interesting. Actually, I believe the I'm gonna butcher it, but I think the species name is the Sithari? Sithra? I don't know. I probably just swore in some sort of native language somewhere. I don't know. But anyways, the Gundark. Pretty cool creature. Why do we not have it in Lego form yet? I don't know. Going to the next one. This one is definitely one that I do think we're going to be getting soon in the form of Embo's pet, hopefully, from the new Mando Grogu movie coming out very soon. But that's going to be the Anuba. Embo has an albino Anuba. His name is, I believe, oh, I always get this one mixed up. I want to say Gnarls, but that is the one from Clone Wars Adventures. Is it Mynock? No. I don't remember now off the top of my head, but he does have an Anuba. We also saw Anubas in the Citadel arc from the Clone Wars, which is a really cool arc as well. They're basically the Star Wars dogs, like the actual dog in Star Wars. This is an Anuba, and those guys are pretty cool, and I like them a lot, and I hope we can see them. We have the Corellian Hounds from the Solo movie. Just give us Anubas too. Give us a Citadel set. That'd be really cool. Anyways, move on to the next creature. We have, oh, the big boy, the Crate Dragon. And there are different types of the Crate Dragon. They could give us the Crate Dragon from the old Knights of the Old Republic video game, but they could also just go for the giant Crate Dragon that we get in the Mandalorian series. Multiple different options, and either way, I think it would be an awesome set. And can you imagine if we were given like a UCS Crate Dragon? That would be awesome. I would want the KOTOR version. Also get the cave, the star map. That would be really cool, and I would really, really enjoy that. But another just creature from Tatooine as well that we just don't see from Lego. And very interesting indeed. All right, this one I believe should have been a set, and no one can tell me otherwise. It's the Zillo Beast. We not only got the Zillo Beast from the Clone Wars series, but we had the return of the Zillo Beast in the Bad Batch series. Also, as like a younger child, like more baby-like form. And then we saw the different stages of it grow as it was absorbing the power from their power grid on Mount Tantus, or whatever that was called. That's really cool. And yeah, the Zillo Beast deserves its own set. It deserves some recognition. I'm giving it to you, my buddy, so don't try to destroy me. I'm a friend, not a foe. All right. Now, the next three creatures I'm about to go ahead and list off are three creatures that people have been begging LEGO to make for a very, very long time. Ever since Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. We have had kind of LEGO renditions of these creatures, but not like the Bantha or the Womp Rat, like I have talked about previously. These were more like actual 3D models and textures of the creatures, and they added some minor LEGO elements to them for LEGO Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars. I am, of course, talking about the infamous Acklay, Reek, and Nexu. This trio of monstrosities are absolutely amazing, and I love them so much. The Acklay is honestly the one that I'm the most surprised about that never was made into a LEGO set, just because of how fluent they can show up in Star Wars. A nice little fun fact about Acklays, you guys didn't know, they are also incredible swimmers. They're amphibious. They can hold their breath underwater for a very significant amount of time. They can also tunnel underneath the ground very easily. They're kind of like earth benders and water benders and everything benders if all of that was in Star Wars. These creatures are very, very resilient and adaptable to their environments. Very cool creatures. The Acklays are awesome, and out of the three, I kind of wish we got an Acklay before the Reek or Nexu if we had to choose one of the three. But the Reek and the Nexu are also very awesome as well. The Reek does have kind of a build coming out soon with the Sandcrawler. I think we're supposed to get a Mudhorn, which is a kind of cousin to the Reek, and I'm sure you can make a Reek from the Mudhorn. I'm sure a lot of people are going to. The Nexu, on the other hand, It's definitely going to be a creature that I am going to be looking forward to the day that Lego releases that creature. Honestly, I hope we get all 3 of them in a Genos and Arena set. Really hoping for that, but I don't know, because that's going to be a lot of sand brown pieces, and they break and get very brittle still very easily. That is 10 creatures, but none of them even come close to the one that I'm about to say, which in all honesty is a creature I wish we've gotten more information on, but is also a creature that I think would have absolutely killed as a set. Let's go ahead and talk about Gore with General Grievous. Can you even imagine a layer of General Grievous set if that were to come out and we get Grievous and some Magna Guards, we get his droid again, and we get Gore? Gore obviously meant something to Grievous, and I am assuming that Gore is actually from Kali. It was one of the creatures that Grievous keeps with him as his pet, all that kind of stuff, just to help remind him of, you know, Kaiman J. Shala, who he used to be, his former self before what the Clone Wars was trying to make it be the enhancements, but before the accident and the cybernetics and all this stuff that Grievous has been kind of reprogrammed to believe. But yeah, I think Gore would have been a tremendous creature to have in a Lego set. And also, did you know that he's an amazing dancer? Oh yeah, listen here, my bubble blowing Gungans. Gore can bust a move. But what is your favorite creature from Star Wars? And all of the creatures from canon, legends, the what ifs, the infinities, what is your favorite creature in all of the Star Wars things? Let me know down in the comment section below. I love the creatures of Star Wars. It's just something that I wish was just expounded upon and dove into by a lot more than even just Lego. I wish more brands and just things. I wish we had a movie, honestly, about the different creatures of Star Wars. I think that would be really, really awesome. Like a surviving Jedi who was not part of the war front, but you know, was an archaeologist, not like an archaeologist, but one of the people who got looking for the new planets and they classify new species and that kind of stuff. It's some legend stuff with the Jedi Order, whatever. But let me know what you guys think about these creatures on my list. What creatures would you take away? What creatures would you add? And all that kind of stuff down in the comment section below. And also, since you're down there, go ahead and hit that like button, because that helps out the video a lot, gets the video out to more people on the internet, on this platform, which would be pretty cool. And since you're right there, you're by that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers here on the channel, and that would be an awesome way for you to go ahead and support the channel. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my Legoholics, you bubble blowing Gungans, I have nothing else to say but for you to have an awesome, God bless day. Rex out.